somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money.
Okay, on that note, we ran up the digits, we ran up some money. I got another positive day, which I'm actually very, very happy about. Because today I actually was like, I was sticking to the plan, we're sticking to exactly what we spoke about for these consecutive fucking unprofitable videos a couple of times. So today was a very, very interesting one. So going into it, I had a little bit more focused time into specifically today. So I was able to mark out my draws on liquidity. I was able to mark out things that I was interested in, specifically where I wanted to market to go. And funny enough, it literally took everything that I marked out. Like literally, I put how many? 1, 2, 3. I put 4 lines, and it fucking hit all 4 of them. It was crazy. Like it was well, I'll go through it and I'll explain to you this situation. As soon as the market opened today, which again, I was looking at Forex Factory. I wasn't looking at it right away. I forgot to do that. But today was absolutely no impact, no news. Absolutely nothing that realistically I saw in Forex Factory that would make the market move a lot. So what happened is we had tremendous market movements as soon as the market opened up. New York section specifically, right? London, we were trending lower. In London, I had this for some reason somewhere marked out. I don't know why exactly I marked that out particularly. I'll be completely honest, but that ended up being my first take profit, which I think that was the 5-minute. Yeah, that was me specifically saying to me personally when I actually just had the market open. I was like, okay, so for it to reverse and for it to continue upwards, which specifically today, that was my bias. I kind of wanted to see the market to move upwards going into higher time frames, right? We saw the market having, like, it literally looks like a little tiny bit of a retracement, literally, for it to continue going ahead and going upwards, which actually, interestingly enough, sweep. That looks like a pretty nice looking liquidity sweep for these lows. That's why I had it marked out right here. This is another one. That's why I had this one marked out, which is swept these lows, which this was on a Friday, if I'm not mistaken, the 25th. Yeah, that was on a Friday. Swept those lows out. So and market became very volatile. Forgot where the fuck I was going with that. But anyways, what I ended up marking out here was a fair value gap, specifically when the market opened in New York, which in my opinion, I thought it to be a very, very important one, which, I mean, again, if you look at a higher time frame, technically we had a bigger one here. But again, you know, specifically the one that is very important is the very first one in terms of where it started, for it to be respected, continue the trend upwards, or yada, whatever, yada, yada the fuck. So price ended up going into it. It didn't break. It pulled, continued downwards, which to me personally was more of a confirmation, more of a pullback, because in the 5-minute, that's exactly what I want a price to do after multiple 1, 2, 3 consecutive 5 candlesticks in a row greens. We kind of wanted the market to pull back a little, and that's exactly what happened. We could have been a little bit more risky. We could have been literally a little bit more risky and taken a trade off of this, which would have been fucking nice. As soon as we saw this breakup structure, specifically here, close. Yes, I know there's another one right here. I know. We could have technically taken this one, but this one is like the more primitive one, if that makes sense, specifically to me. So again, we could have been a little bit more aggressive, taken a trade from here, put our lows here, specifically below these ones. And we could have taken a long from here all the way to the draws of liquidity that I brought out from earlier today, which were London session open that we're not taking out during London session. So I marked that out as an important one, and especially from the previous day's highs, or from Asian actually, from Asian session, and especially yet again even from Monday, we still didn't take out those highs as well. So again, a lot of liquidity that I saw specifically for the market to go upwards, which is why, again, my bias was long. So what I did, how to fucking need that anyways. What I did is I waited a little bit too long, actually, because I even missed out this opportunity because we had another confirmation going downwards. But again, this didn't really tell me a lot. This didn't really tell me a lot of situation going on, because I feel like that was on a 5-minute where I saw the market starting to finally retrace. And on a 5-minute, this was very important because this started to go up in terms of the fair value gap. That's where I took my trade, somewhere around above that fair value gap. So as soon as it made these highs specifically, I marked out these highs with this candle, with this line. And as soon as it actually broke that, I went ahead and placed that position. And that's exactly where I put my stop loss, right above this low, which was risky as fuck because technically considering, right, the market could have, right, it could have done this, right? It could have easily done that for easy retracement, for easy fucking money, realistically, for the liquidity, for the market. But it didn't. But what ended up happening is that, yet again, my take profit got hit pretty quickly, actually, within 1, 2, 3, like 6 minutes, basically. And yeah, we made $600 like that today. So what were my confluences today, realistically, that I used for the trading? My confluences were that it broke this very important fair value gap, the primitive one specifically that formed in a 1-minute time frame, right? That it broke specifically above here, that it continued it showed me the market wanted to continue to go further because it broke this. That was one. And then again, it had multiple breakup structures happening on alongside, right, as we were moving forward with it. So obviously I waited the market to correct a couple, or not a couple, but I waited the market to go ahead and do its thing. And as soon as we closed above the fair value gap and above this high, I went ahead and entered the long. So I had two confluences: fair value gap, breaker structure, and following the trend on the 1 minute specifically. So yeah, it was a nice one. It was actually a very, very nice one. Balance looking very nice. We're 1,500 away from passing this particular account. And so far, how many trades we took? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. One of them was a loss. 4 of them were success. Must say, so far, so good. So let's keep that going. Thank you very much.